Well, welcome back everybody to Wrenching with Grandpa. Happy 4th of July. This is kind of just a update video. As you can see, the Deer Preserve girls are expecting that the buffet's open and it's not really time yet. And they probably don't have their cash or credit cards either. But we're going to take care of them and then we're going to show you what I'm trying to get figured out in the barn. So stay tuned. Last night they were so hungry that our little girl Lucy, who is a handicap, she has a disformed foreleg, and her wingman or wing girl, who were within 6 feet of me, they were wanting food. Now they didn't wait for the buffet to open at all, and they came right up, and I thought they were going to follow me into the feed store. Anyway, they're out here. We got some fawns. Seen one buck so far, but it's early in the season. But we have our deer preserve. That's just part of what we do here. We restore stuff and we try to add to our environment and live in harmony. Hey, feeding these deer is cheaper than replacing what they'll eat in ornamentals at the nursery, and sitting on the screen porch with a cold beverage is a lot cheaper than therapy. Trust me. Okay, again, we're going to try to get another video out this weekend. It's a little more on some of this stuff, but guys, understand this brake system is a nightmare, and I just want to show you what's going on. So let's go take a look. Oh, goodness. Y'all be safe this weekend if you're traveling, if you're celebrating. Be careful. Don't do something silly or stupid. There's too much tragedy in the world without you adding to it. All right, so we got that one, and it's kind of all ready to put back together. We got this front one off, and oh my God, parts were falling out. I'm still working on cleaning and degreasing and just trying to get this cleaned up to really see what I got going on. But if you'll notice, these look like fairly new brake shoes. I mean, they really have got a lot of skin left on them. So we might save a few bucks there by just, you know, getting those cleaned up. Of course, all the springs and adjusters and all that kind of stuff we've got new in the box. So not worried about that, but the fact that every one of these brakes so far, 3 of the 4, when I've taken the drums off, I've had parts fall out, which just really kind of concerns me, considering I took this old girl out on a mile or two, you know, drive around the neighborhood, and no, she really didn't have too much brakes. But now that I'm seeing what I'm looking at, oh my God, I'm surprised I didn't kill somebody. Thank you, Jesus. Coming into the weekend, been trying to do a little stuff on this old girl. You know, when you take on a project or a mistress, as this has turned into be, sometimes you find, well, let me put it this way. I have been wrenching on cars since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, as we say back in my home state. And every time I started doing anything that included any kind of full brake work, there's always one wheel that turns out to be the ex-wife, whatever. And it's this one. I have done everything I can do short of a cutting torch to get this drum off. Now, I'm not done. I'm kind of tenacious, and I got hammers and pry bars and lubricants, and I have literally gone back and injected penetrating oil all through the interior of this drum to try to get it to release some of that seizure. And of course, I've got hammers and things, and I'm trying to slowly pull this drum out and get it broken loose, because I know from the condition of this that the spindle is all rusted and right. I mean, so all of this area, and I've been putting the heat to it, the hammer to it. This is going to be a challenge, but I'm working on it. Not only that, and let me get some light going here. Not only that, of course, I have to say there are some new suspension parts under here, like tie rod ends and things. But if you look, and I'll try to do this. Okay, this is the brake feed line that comes down around the frame from around the firewall and around and through here, and then down to hook to the flexible brake. Do you see something wrong? Let me see if I can get a little better light on here. It's not mounted in the bracket. The clip retainer was not, or whatever happened to it, it's not there. So, you know, Again, oops. What the heck? Oh, excuse me for the camera work. It's been a day. Good day, actually, because everybody's had something to do. Most of the folks here at the house have been out, which left me to be with her part of the day, most of the day. So, another thing that has become an incredible consternation is this right here. Let me see if we can loosen things up a little bit. A little more. I don't want to drop her on the floor. Give me a second here, folks. Well, hang on. Let me see what I can do. All right. You see this? This is the block that bolts into, let me see if I can set her down here, into the top of the axle shaft and supplies your brake fluid through these two outlets, one to the left, one to the right, your main flex feed line coming in here. This has no seals or washers or anything. It just bolts directly through, and if this is out and you bolt back into the shaft, it's a lot longer than it needs to be, which you don't want to take this off and put that bolt all the way back down, because my concern, without measuring it and knowing the depth, it's going to be real close to your axle if you do that. But my concern was leakage. So when I reinstall this, I'm going to see about putting some sort of a gasket or sealant or something around here, because I'm trying to keep any more fluids from leaking where they don't need to. Now, I'm running into this on some of these lines. This was, I can't get this thing broken loose. I have put penetrating oil, let it soak for days. It's a 3/8 fitting in a brass, splitter box, whatever you want to call it. I have put the heat to it multiple times. I have tried everything, vice grips, line wrenches, everything, and this damn thing is just, it ain't going out. So what I'm going to have to do is drill it out. I don't know anything else I can do at this point, is to just go in here and get all of the old tubing drilled out, get as much of that old fitting drilled down without trying to get into this brass, and then collapse it so that I can take it out with some, pliers and, whatever. I don't even know if I can get another one of these. That's why I'm putting this much effort into this. This is stock original. And so I'd like to save it because it will work for my build. But dang. So this, right now, I have dedicated about probably close to 3 hours trying to get this thing out. Well, we're going to drill it out. I'm not going to deal with that on camera right now. Maybe in the next video, or maybe I'll just tell you about it after I've had another adult beverage. Anyway, that's an ongoing thing. I did find some more of my drill bits today. Love these DeWalt. you had better start cooperating real soon. Because if you don't, I'm going to drag an acetylene torch home and I'm just going to cut your ass off. Understand? I hope. All right. So I hope everyone has a wonderful 4th of July. I am starting to get the brake lines straightened out, and actually this line's going to be fun to work with. It's very, very pliable, and I did find part of my tools. I thought I had a flaring tool. I had a flaring tool. I just can't find it. I have torn the shop apart. So, and I can't find one anywhere. I'm going to O'Reilly's tomorrow. By God, they've got to have one, because Home Depot, none of the other places I go, had a tube flaring tool. Really? Well, anyway, y'all take care. I'll be back soon. We got lots of things to do. We're continuing to do a lot of things, including little girl's race car, wife's daily driver, the widow, and back over in the corner is the Silverado. But we also have the girls who are always coming up for the evening buffet. Thanks for joining. If you're enjoying some of this stuff, please consider subscribing. Big thumbs up. Comments are always appreciated. Y'all have a wonderful 4th of July, and we'll see you real soon. Thank you.